Madden NFL 22. And tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Vikings coming up next.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards the pickup there. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle by Denzel Perryman. A 2-yard pickup.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capital.
Touchdown, Vikings! KJ Osborne, 48 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, Tyron Johnson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Johnson on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now a dump-off here complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Carr. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now Carr. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Out to his left.
He'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now Cousins. Complete. Smith has it.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
1st down. Here's Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Madison. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Cousins to throw it. While the training staff works on him, we'll step. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time, and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Johnson now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, 1st down run with Jacobs going to be well-read defensively as they'll stop him for a loss of a couple.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Let's go, fellas. Come on, boy. They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The Cards throw here into the hands of Jones. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. The kick by Carlson is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big pickup there on the run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Johnson now returning. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On the toss, Madison. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Madison. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to throw now. Cousins flushed out right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Amir Smith-Marset in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Returning it, Johnson.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Now here's Johnson.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Chaz Surratt
able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there.
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here comes Johnson on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Chaz Surratt in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Throwing his car on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Carr completes it, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Now Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards the pickup there. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go with Jacobs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Remember, that was 4th and... Full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you...
Touchdown! That's caught. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsau? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. He didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I didn't think you just said, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Carr now on first down. He's going to let it fly. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying,